Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
It's a Taco Tuesday. That's right, folks. Thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 240. For all the folks that are keeping track with the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is as follows, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, there's all kinds of little social media network buttons next to the player right there. Go ahead and use and abuse those Facebook buttons, those Twitter tweet buttons, those social media buttons. Spread it around like wildfire, baby. You understand? Let everybody know throughout the world that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. I mean, that's where you get the 411 24/7. All right? Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter. Well, folks, it is a Taco Tuesday. It's bittersweet, to say the least, because, I mean, I couldn't sleep a wink last night. If you were following me on Twitter, I mean, I just could not sleep. I cannot believe what is happening to our country, for Christ's sake. Now you've got the GOP canceling primaries and implementing what used to be illegal Jim Crow laws. I mean, do you all remember Jim Crow? I mean, these were laws that barely got lifted up out the books in 1965 because, let me tell you something, folks, these Jim Crow laws were put forth by the old racist Dixiecrats to prohibit black people from voting in Southern elections. And it didn't get rectified until 1965, and there was a lot of things that happened prior to that. I mean, there was a lot of people that fought against Jim Crow laws, a lot of people that died. I mean, this was a serious situation in American history, and now you've got the goddamn Colorado GOP implementing Jim Crow laws to the entire state of Colorado, and they should be ashamed of themselves. As far as I'm concerned, the entire GOP of Colorado that is complicit with this literal oppression of the Colorado people's vote, these people in the Colorado GOP should all be arrested. I'm not kidding around. They should all be thrown in jail for prohibiting the people's vote. I mean, we have laws against this crap. We have laws against this crap. I mean, they are implementing Jim Crow-like voting laws against the entire state of Colorado. I mean, do you understand that there has been no vote of the people of Colorado, that these delegates and the GOP elites of the Colorado state decided that they were just going to go ahead and all vote for Ted Cruz? I don't know if you folks have seen that ex-Colorado delegate that cannot believe what the Republican Party has turned into. He literally burned his Republican credentials because he cannot stand the totalitarianism that is being implemented by the GOP. Now, once again, folks, I'd like to reiterate that Donald Trump is ahead by millions of votes. I'm talking millions of votes as opposed to Ted Cruz or even a fruity-ass John Kasich. And yet you still have the GOP still trying to commit utter fraud. I mean, there are so many crimes being broken by the GOP and the DNC. I mean, some lawyer needs to put some litigation against these parties. All right? I mean, not only are they prohibiting people from voting, which is Jim Crow-like laws, which we supposedly struck down in 1965, and now they're implementing it to the entire voter, the entire voter population, for Christ's sake. On top of that, folks, I mean, there's a lot of people that donated to people's campaigns, all right, to the RNC, with the intention of that every vote counts. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is an utter fraud being taken place by the political system. Do you understand? It's a corrupt, totalitarian takeover. I mean, you even got this asshole, Rush fat, hillbilly, heroin-abusing Limbaugh, Rush Limbaugh trying to say that, hey, Ted Cruz isn't cheating, he's winning. Oh, yeah? He's winning, huh? He's winning. Since when did Rush fat-ass Limbaugh decide that he was going to go along with totalitarian-like ideas as it relates to the political system? All right? I mean, this just goes to show you how deep the totalitarianism as it relates to the GOP collusion against Donald Trump, and it's a disgrace. And let me tell you something, Rush Limbaugh, I know that you like to tout yourself as some goddamn conservative. You're a farce, you fat, hillbilly, heroin-abusing piece of trash. All right? All right? I mean, hey, how about the time that you got busted, Rush Limbaugh, coming back from the Dominican Republic? And let's talk about the Dominican Republic for a little bit, all right? Why do people like Rush Limbaugh why would they even want to consider to go to the Dominican Republic? Well, because, folks, there's a big sex trade that's happening out there in the Dominican Republic, and a lot of that sex trade is underage, all right? Underage. Now, I know Rush Limbaugh wants to deny that he went in 2006 to the Dominican Republic, but he was busted, all right, trying to bring in a bottle of Viagra into the country from the damn Dominican Republic. Now, why in the blue hell would he have Viagra? And why would he be in the Dominican Republic, for Christ's sake? I'm telling you, these people are sick. So screw you, Rush Limbaugh, you fat, drug addict piece of hypocritical trash. I'm calling you out, Rush Limbaugh, you fat, disgusting, sellout piece of crap. You're sitting here trying to add substance to the totalitarian takeover by the GOP? What a disgusting piece of garbage. I'm telling you, I spit on Rush Limbaugh. I'm telling you, you fat hillbilly heroin piece of crap. Puh, I spit on you, boy. And just to show how much of a hypocrite Rush Limbaugh is, all right? Rush Limbaugh's supposed to be this, I'm a fat conservative, I'm anti-gay, I'm this and that. He likes to agitate all that crap. Meanwhile, during his last wedding, which was to his third or fourth wife or some crap, this guy decided that he was going to drop, I don't know how many millions of dollars, to have Elton John play at his wedding live. Oh, how quaint. And on top of which, why would Elton John even accept such an invitation? You see what I'm saying, folks? I mean, these people are soulless cash whores. All right? Don't believe any of these supposed celebrities that are trying to push forth any kind of political agenda because they are soulless cash whores. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, look at Elton John. This guy, this prostate-infected piece of doesn't know whether he's bisexual or freaking gay, is out here trying to tout himself as the poster child to the damn gay community out in the international community out here, trying to talk against Republicans, trying to talk against gay hate and all this other crap, and here he is. He's taking money from Rush Limbaugh. I'm telling you, the hypocrisy, the utter hypocrisy, it makes me sick. It makes me utterly sick. Now, I didn't mean to go off on that tirade about Rush Limbaugh, but this asshole's actually defending the actions of the GOP. And what the GOP and the DNC, but the GOP especially, I'm concerned about because, I mean, I want Trump elected. They are implementing Jim Crow laws on people, on individual states. I mean, right now, the state of Colorado is not having a primary. All right? They basically decided amongst themselves at their stupid little precinct convention, or their little state convention, for Christ's sake, that the delegates were all going to vote for Cruz. And anybody who wanted to vote for Donald Trump, they were conveniently pushed out of the delegation. All right? I mean, this is how the modern-day politic is working, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know as well as I, the Bush crime family has a lot to do with the intimidation factor as it relates to all these stolen delegates, and I will continue to reiterate this, all right? I mean, the Bushes are intimidating delegates, all right? They're intimidating states. I mean, this is not a joke, folks. I mean, Trump is ahead millions of votes, man. All right, I mean, he's ahead by I don't know how many delegates, for Christ's sake. This is illegal. This is illegal, and I'm telling you this right now, these people should all be thrown in jail, all right? And not just for implementing Jim Crow laws. I'm talking about committing an utter fraud on the American people by always stating that one vote, one count, all right, that your vote counts, come out, and if you don't vote, then don't complain about the government you get. All those stupid, dumbass little quibs that they used to give us, for Christ's sake. It was utter fraud. On top of which, folks, racketeering, I think, is another charge, for Christ's sake. I mean, I could just continue to go on and on. These people are now criminals. This is a criminal element that is running the GOP. Every one of these these scumbags, that are actually colluding with this ridiculous fraudulent election. It's not even fraudulent. They're taking away the election. I mean, they're taking it away from people, man. That's Jim Crow. That's Jim Crow implemented on everybody, on individual states, on the whole population of states, for Christ's sake. I mean, how come nobody else is talking about this crap? Jesus Christ, man. It makes me sick. How come nobody else is talking about this, man? I'm telling you, the GOP out there in Colorado should all be ashamed of themselves. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, folks, Politics Ghost is the name to follow. I just recently tweeted a tweet by Cory Gardner, which is a senator out there in Colorado, who's actually condoning this. All right, I mean, I don't know if you saw all the tweets, for Christ's sake, but I will read them for the folks that, for whatever reason, don't follow me on Twitter, all right? He said that, quote, "I am proud of the Colorado GOP and the chairman, Steve House, for a fair and well-run convention. Onward to victory," okay? And then he tweeted again, "I have attended Colorado GOP conventions for years. It requires organization and attention to the grassroots to win. Cruz had it, Trump didn't. End of story." This is what these morons are trying to justify. Do you hear this crap? They're trying to justify this while not allowing the people of Colorado to vote. It's totalitarianism. It's criminality. And let me tell you something. It just makes me sick that these scumbags think that they can go out, thumb their nose in the faces of the American people, and think that they're just going to be scot-free, like nothing's going to happen. No one wants to talk to them. Well, by God, I'm telling you this right now. I've got Cory Gardner's phone number, address, the whole shindig. And after this show, if you folks want to give this man a call and ask him why he thinks that he is the vanguard to the GOP, that he can implement Jim Crow laws on an entire state, how he can prohibit people from voting, how he can think he's a totalitarian, well, by God, follow me on Twitter at PoliticsGhost, and I will release this man's information so that you can ask some questions. I'm telling you, that's all we want to do. We want to ask a few questions, for Christ's sake. And we want some answers, and we want some answers immediately. I'm not kidding around, folks. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter right now, PoliticsGhost. All right? If you want to call this man after the show, I will be, given the proper contact information so that you could call this totalitarian piece of crap. All right? I know, it's all great. They think they're all cool, because no one knows where they're at. No one knows who they are. They can sit here and thumb the nose at everybody's faces. They think it's real cute. They're mocking us. They think they're totalitarians. Well, by God, there's a whole country of voters, a whole country of Americans that want answers, all right? We want answers, you criminals. And if you don't want to give us answers, you should be in jail. I think that Cory Gardner should be arrested. I think that the entire GOP establishment should be arrested. They are implementing Jim Crow laws. They have committed fraud. They're committing racketeering. This is an utter disgrace to the American idea, the American people, the American vets, the people that died for this country. It's sick. And by God, I can't believe that these people can sleep at night. I can't believe that these disgusting, compartmentalized sociopaths can look at themselves in the mirror and actually smile at themselves and think that they're actually doing something good for America, for society. This is how sick these soulless bureaucrats are, and that's why I'm telling you, you can't trust a bureaucrat. You can't trust a bureaucrat. You can't trust a bureaucrat for as far as you can throw these scumbags. You can't trust a bureaucrat, for Christ's sake, and I'm telling you this right now. Whatever comes of this election, by God, you dumbass political class, you career politicians, your days are numbered. You're going to be on the unemployment line here in the next 4 to 5 years, each and every one of you, for Christ's sake, because you deserve it. And I hope that you're in a damn soup kitchen. I hope that you're waiting in a goddamn bread line, for Christ's sake, because you stupid scumbags deserve it. It makes me sick. I'm not kidding around, folks. You dumbass career politicians, your careers are over. You're over. You're finished. I mean, you have proven to us that we don't need you anymore, for Christ's sake. You piece of trash. And I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around. Once again, folks, I am going to release Cory Gardner's information just in case concerned citizens want to ask this man some questions, since he is having so much glee in mocking the American people. He's taken so much glee in implementing illegal Jim Crow laws, since he's having so much glee in committing utter fraud on the people of Colorado. After this show, we're releasing his goddamn docs, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I'm sorry if I'm getting off keister, folks. But what these people are doing in the GOP, they are literally canceling elections. All right? All right, they are literally canceling elections. How in the hell can we cancel elections? I mean, I'm telling you this. This is Jim Crow implemented on whole entire states. I mean, people need to start rising up and start putting a finger in these stupid, dumb bureaucrats' faces and say, hey, this is illegal. You should be arrested. This is Jim Crow, you piece of crap. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach that nobody else is as upset as I am. And let me tell you, I get up here every day, all right, now for the past 2 weeks, I get up here every day trying to scream my goddamn ass off with the passion and the fury in hopes of sparking synapses, in hopes of inspiring people to understand that what's happening here is a fraud. What's happening here is illegal. What's happening here should not be happening in America today. And let me tell you something. I didn't really plan on saying this, all right? But I do want to get into something here. I'd like for anybody who likes to post things on YouTube, who likes to take the show, take clips, and post them out and make them viral, I want you to make this statement viral right here, okay? I want to talk to the people of the military right now. I'm talking about the generals. I'm talking about the colonels. I'm talking about all the people of the hierarchy of the military. I'm talking to you. You, at some point, are going to be our last hope to save this country. All right? I'm not joking. I'm talking to the military. You are our last hope. I mean, the whole purpose of your existence is to preserve the American way and fight for freedom. This political class has literally taken that away from the people. So at some point, if this political class system decides to oppress people who are in opposition to that totalitarianism, if this political system decides to, throw people in jail, put people in camps, or whatever the hell they've been talking about. I mean, you got Hillary Clinton talking about putting people in adult camps, for Christ's sake. I'm calling on the military. We may need your help. I mean, we may need you to go in and just start arresting the whole entire government as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not kidding. And let me tell you, to the military, you have an obligation to the American people, all right? I mean, just think about all your brothers that this political class system sent to die for no reason. I mean, just think about that. I'm talking about everybody in the military, all the risks that you have taken, all the injuries that you may have been inflicted with, all the mental anguish that is in your psyche, all right, all the lives that you took. All right, all the lives that you took with the intention of preserving freedom for America. We're going to need your help one day, military, and it might be sooner than later because, I mean, they're already going after us. I mean, I don't know if you folks heard, right out of I think it was a Washington Post or something of that nature, they want to start arresting people like Roger Stone. They want to start arresting people like Alex Jones. All right, just because they want to be in opposition to the totalitarianism that this political system is implementing. All right, they want to arrest Roger Stone because he wants to participate in a goddamn protest at the GOP convention, and he wants to release the itinerary of the hotel rooms of the delegations that are going against the people's will so we can go to their hotel rooms and ask them a few questions. And you see, they want to arrest this man for that. They want to arrest Alex Jones for that. They're calling for it in the mainstream media, folks. They're coming after our speech. All right, they're going to come after us. They're going to come after each and every one of us, for Christ's sake. That's why I'm telling the military, please, we may need you one day. We need somebody in the higher ups of the military to take it upon themselves and assume command and literally arrest the people that are in the political class that are acting like totalitarian freaks. We need you to arrest these people, all right? And I don't know when that day is going to come, but it may come sooner than later. And I know that the military are not a bunch of totalitarian freaks. I know that a lot of people in the military are patriots. I mean, that's the whole reason why they went into the military. They wanted to preserve the American way of life. They wanted to preserve freedom. All right, and now you've got the political classes out here trying to say that we never had it. We never had it. So I am calling on the military, please. It's going to come a day where we're going to need your help. All right, I hope that you're listening to me. All right. And that goes for the FBI. That goes for the CIA. Well, I don't know about the CIA. They have nefarious. I don't really know about the CIA, but the FBI, the military, other federal agencies. For Christ's sake, man, we need your help. This political class system is literally wiping their asses with everything that defines this country. All right, and yet this political class system can make decisions to send you out to war, to send you to die for no freaking reason. So once again, if you're in the military, forward this to a general, forward this to somebody who is higher up. We may need the help of the military to arrest the political class system. And I'm not talking about just the GOP. I'm talking about the DNC as well. All right? Because, look, you Bernie Sanders fans, look, I hate Bernie Sanders. I think he's a fraud. I think he's a piece of trash. I hate socialism. I think socialism should be wiped off the face of the planet. But, look, you people on the left, you guys are voting for this man, all right? I mean, your vote should count just as much as our vote should count. And as I've said on the previous broadcast, I'm willing to have that debate. I'm willing to have that national election. I mean, that'd be exciting. Capitalism versus socialism. All right, Trump versus Bernie Sanders. All right, the final fight, baby. The final fight that proves what direction America is going to go. I want that debate, and I hope that you Bernie Sanders losers want that debate also. But you know what? It doesn't look like you folks are going to get it either. Here you got Bernie Sanders winning caucuses after primary, after all this crap, and yet somehow Hillary Rotten Clinton is still ahead on the delegate count. Now, I'm telling you, the only reason that we haven't heard so much on the left side of this is because these dumb left-wing idiots are too busy trying to take a whiff of the Trump train's butt crack and go into the rallies out there and rabble-rousing when they should be going out and rabble-rousing Hillary Rotten Clinton, when they should be going out there and rabble-rousing Bill Slick Willie Clinton, when they should be going out there and rabble-rousing the DNC. That's who they should be doing. All right, Wasserman Schultz, you need to go talk to that stupid dumb skank in Florida. All right, I'm not joking around. You damn Bernie Sanders fans, look, I don't like you pieces of trash, to be honest. I think you're a waste of life, all right? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think that you're life losers, and it's a shame that you are even in existence in this reality, all right? I'm going to be perfectly candid with you. I hate you people. I think that you're pieces of trash. I'd spit on you. You know what I'm saying? But look, you people are voting for Bernie Sanders on the left wing. You're voting for Bernie Sanders on the Democratic Party. Why doesn't your vote count, all right? Why isn't your vote counting? All right? I mean, just start asking these questions, you stupid, dumb Bernie Sanders nimrods. I mean, look at how serious we're taking the election over here on the Trump train. You need to start taking notes and doing things on your side, and if not, you better just accept that Hillary Rodham Clinton is going to be representing your perspective, for Christ's sake. You stupid, dumb idiots. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, Donald Trump came out the other day in a speech in Rochester, and I'm glad that he's finally coming out swinging. He needs to come out even more swinging as far as I'm concerned. Donald Trump is finally calling out the corrupt American political system. And he said in that speech that the GOP and the Republican Party is going to have a serious problem if they think that they're just going to go ahead and usurp the nomination because they think that they're the vanguard of the GOP. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're like there's a communist government of China or some crap. I mean, I'm glad that Donald Trump is finally coming out swinging. This is Trump has done a lot, okay? First of all, I'm glad that he's bringing out a lot of the issues that people are now talking about, all right? That's first and foremost. Secondly, I'm glad that he has shown that, hey, look, I'm not afraid. I'm going to go out and I'm going to challenge the system. I'm going to challenge the establishment. I'm going to challenge the international bureaucracy, and he's got balls for doing that. And as I've said, folks, I mean, these bureaucrats could easily, do some, LBJ, JFK kind of nonsense and make this man, something happen to this man, and they'll make it look like an accident. So I'm telling you, Donald Trump has taken his life in his hands. This is a very dangerous situation for this man, and it inspires me. It inspires me because if he's not afraid and he's worth $10 billion, why in the hell should I be afraid? Why should you be afraid? All right? I mean, there should be no reason to be afraid. What are they going to do to us? Are they going to throw us in jail? Oh, for what? For talking? For speaking, for Christ's sake? I mean, this is the freaking road we're headed down, man. And I know that yesterday, and I hate to get off on a different subject, but people were pissed off yesterday when I was making reference to radio graffiti and how it's not funny and how the time has gotten shorter and people got upset. All right? But don't you people understand that you're not going to have a free internet to troll anymore? All right, just ask the people in Germany, in the Netherlands, in France, all right, in Sweden. I mean, you could get taken to jail for saying something on the internet in those countries now, folks. I mean, I'm not kidding. Try to say something against the migrant crisis in Germany and see if your ass doesn't get a goddamn visit by some freaking authority from Angela piece of garbage Merkel, huh? I'm serious. I mean, this is what's happening in Europe, and this is soon to come here in America, folks. This is a systematic global takeover by these international bureaucratic institutions, the United Nations, NATO, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, all these socialist apparatuses. I mean, they're a disgrace. They're a disgrace to the entire world. They have done nothing. They have brought nothing to this entire planet. I mean, these people are moochers. They're criminals. This is a global criminal outfit, and the sooner people understand that, the better. These people are criminals. And by God, I thank God that Donald Trump has the balls to, go out and run and say, you know what, I'm not afraid of these pieces of trash. What are you going to do to me, baby? I've already lived lavish for almost 70 years of my life. What are you going to do to me, huh? All right, I mean, I got my own plane with my name on it, baby. What are you going to do to me? I ain't afraid to die. I've already lived my life. That's what Trump is thinking. I'm telling you right now, Trump is taking his life in his hands, folks. I mean, it's not just the establishment that doesn't seem to want him or like him. It's the entire world, man. Look at the communist Chinese government threatening the American people that we better not elect Donald Trump. Screw you, China, you piece of crap. I mean, you want to talk about a group of mindless idiot people, with all due respect, China, okay? And the reason I say that is because I will never forget Tiananmen Square. I will never forget Tiananmen Square when you had Chinese intellectuals actually rise up in peaceful protest, all right? This wasn't even some kind of violent protest. These people occupied Tiananmen Square in a peaceful protest in hopes of trying to crack the totalitarianism that was the Chinese government. And for you folks that don't know what happened in Tiananmen Square, look it up. It was a bloodbath. The Chinese government came out and killed 250,000 people that were just sitting there in protest. I mean, the worst thing that those folks were doing out there was doing hunger strikes. That deserves to be killed, huh? That's what I'm telling you, man. This is where we're headed if we don't recognize what is going on. All right, 250,000 people mowed down like dogs out in front of Tiananmen Square, courtesy of the Communist Chinese government. I mean, let's talk a little bit about Mao Zedong, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, have you seen dumbass Hillary Clinton with these stupid outfits, for Christ's sake? She's mocking you people. All you people that are following her, she's mocking you. She's wearing Mao Zedong outfits, and you people are like, oh, she's such a good woman, you know? Oh, my God. She's talking about adult camps. Adult labor camps, for Christ's sake, and you people are like, oh, well, she's actually a pretty good woman, I can't wait for she's the president. I mean, this is a woman who emotionally and mentally abused the women that Bill Clinton sexually and physically abused. Do you understand that? I mean, what kind of a psychotic bitch do you have to be for you? And let me tell you, there's more than enough evidence that proves that Slick Willie Bill Clinton was not just some idiot that just, pulled out his wang and expected the woman to drop to her knees. This man was a aggressor. I mean, according to some reports, this man was a rapist. All right? I mean, let's be honest. And did Hillary Clinton leave this man? No. Did she reprimand this man? Did she separate from this man? Absolutely not. You know what she did? She was his bulldog, all right? She went out and intimidated the people that accused Bill Clinton of any kind of sexual impropriety. She went out and literally sent out people to go intimidate these people. Kathleen Willey was one of the women that was sexually harassed by Bill Clinton. You know that Hillary Clinton emotionally and mentally abused this woman so much that her cat was killed and found in front of her freaking doorstep, for Christ's sake. I mean, she's getting threatening phone calls. She's gotten people approaching her, like, hey, while she's jogging, for Christ's sake, hey, you better stop what you're doing with Hillary and Bill Clinton or something's going to happen to you. Remember your cat? I'm not joking, man. This is Hillary Clinton, you sick, twisted pricks. Do you understand? The Clinton and Bushes are dangerous people. They're dangerous people, and we cannot, I'm not joking, we cannot allow these people to be in power any longer. As far as I'm concerned, they should be arrested, all right? And, since we, and I hate to do this, folks, but Blog Talk Radio makes me do it because we do broadcast in Communist China. And since I have discredited the Communist government of China, I am obligated to give a little bit of airtime to a representative of the Communist government of China to rebut anything that I have said thus far. So, engineer, is this man on? I mean, I don't have time for this. Is he on, for Christ's sake? All right, folks. Well, without any further ado, folks, this is a representative of the Communist government of China who is going to rebut anything that I'm saying at this point in time. Mr. Fortune Cookie, are you there, sir? Oh. You see, you motherfucker out there talk all the garbage out of Communist government of China. You motherfucker American. You need to understand that we own your country, motherfucker. When we tell you not to vote for Donald Trump, you better do it, motherfucker. We own your country. We own all your people. We own your government, motherfucker. We own Hillary Clinton, too. Why do you think Hillary Clinton wearing Mao Zedong clothes? Why do you think she do that, huh? She doing that because she down with Chairman Mao. She's doing what she's doing for Chairman Mao. That's right. So all you stupid American motherfucker, talking all garbage about the communist government of China. I told you, motherfucker, 4 years ago. I told you, motherfucker, 4 years ago, we're taking over your country, motherfucker. We take over all your politicians. We own your politician, motherfucker. That's right. So all you motherfucker, American motherfucker, you need to understand, we own all of you people. We own all of you people. And you want to know something? You want to know why we do what we do? Do you want to know why we do what we do? We do it for Chairman Mao. We do it for Chairman Mao. We do it for Chairman Mao. Oh no. Oh no, my stomach hurt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, bad egg roll. Oh no. I got nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, get this piece of crap out of it. Get him off, engineer, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of that guy, for Christ's sake. I mean, do you see how these Chinese government people think of us, for Christ's sake? They think they own us. You understand that? They think they own us. They think they can dictate to us who in the hell we can vote for Christ's sake, you piece of crap. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I mean, that is mandatory. I mean, we are broadcasting inside the borders of the Chinese state, and unfortunately, because Blog Talk Radio has a special agreement, we have to have this stupid scumbag come in and rebut anything that we say against the communist government of China. My apologies, folks. My apologies. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you here. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. We're talking about all kinds of subject matters. Donald Trump calling out the corrupt American political system. We're talking about how the GOP is canceling elections, thinking they are the totalitarian they are, for Christ's sake. I mean, serious, man. It makes me sick, for Christ's sake. And before I get to calls, I don't know if y'all saw my tweet on Politics Ghost. That's the name. All one word, no underscores. Have y'all checked out gold and silver and oil today, baby? Huh? Woo! The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again, baby. I hope that you folks listened to me about 2 weeks ago. As a matter of fact, it wasn't just 2 weeks ago. I've been hollering about this for the whole 2 weeks, as a matter of fact, that I was suggesting that people should entertain buying ETFs, exchange-traded funds, that correspond with the increase of gold, oil, or silver. If you would have listened to me 2 weeks ago, you'd be up at least 10-15% at this point in time right now. I mean, it ain't bad for 2 weeks worth of work, baby. Woo! I'm telling you, baby. I mean, making money, baby. That's what I do. All right? I told you, folks. I told you, I'm a capitalist, baby. All right? I'm a capitalist. Anyway, folks, let's take some calls here. 516-453-9903. And if we're going to have prank callers, well, then we're just going to shit can it, all right? How about 269? What's up, man?
Hey, Ghost, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, just sitting over here capitalizing. I have a song I'd like to sing, if that's okay for you.
What's that?
I have a song I'd like to sing for you, Ghost.
You have a song? Okay, well, since I've been glooming and dooming here for the past 30 minutes, go ahead. Let's hear the song.
All right. 1 second. Let me get my piano started. It's on already. Ghost runs around on his off around. Down, getting his check from the government. That's right, Ghost is on disability. And
Jesus Christ! I mean, that's just like 2 chords. That isn't playing the piano. Get this idiot! Get him out! I mean, you see what I'm saying, folks? I mean, playing the piano, playing the freaking guitar, it's freaking chords, for Christ's sake. They learn like 2 or 3 chords, and then they think they can play a freaking instrument. I mean, this is how dumb we're getting in America today, for Christ's sake. I remember people, when, back in my day, you used to just know how to play the piano because it was something that you just were taught. All right, I mean, that's why there was plenty of piano teachers, and it was an after-school activity if your parents gave 2 rat's asses about you. Now, I mean, they're just buying these dumb kids these freaking instruments to shut their stupid stink holes up, man. And you can tell, for Christ's sake, that was stupid and ridiculous, all right? That's freaking pathetic. You could definitely tell that you were raised by a single mother, all right? No fatherly influence there, for Christ's sake. It makes me sick. Anyway, that's about it. We'll just wait for Radio Graffiti, all right? And look, for you Radio Graffiti fans, it'll be a little bit longer, but by God, man, I mean, do you hear this crap? I mean, this is the equivalent of Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake. It's pretty freaking pathetic. Anyway, folks, let's move on. Ted Cruz and John Kasich continue their shameless charade that they could actually be nominated by the RNC for the freaking presidential nominee. I mean, these guys just make me sick, man, all right? I mean, Ted Cruz, let's be honest, he's not even eligible to be president, all right? And the GOP knows this. I mean, they're just doing this to sabotage Donald Trump. What do you think John Kasich actually believes, that this man can actually somehow maneuver delegates so that he can either be president or vice president, for Christ's sake? And did you hear John Kasich today, folks? This guy, he's like, I think that everybody needs to ignore the negativity from the other candidates, and they need to look at me. I'm a straight candidate. I'm the nice guy. I think everybody should love me. Oh, yeah? Why don't you tell us the truth? How about that, John Kasich? Why don't you tell us the truth with the relationship between you and the man that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks that you have lived with for 15 years before you got remarried to your before you got married to your second wife? What were you and this man doing for 15 years in Alexandria, Virginia, living together while this man was your chief of staff? I mean, do you think that's kind of strange, folks, that you're living with a man for 15 years and that you're paying him? I mean, you have to understand, and for you folks that aren't aware of who I'm talking about, folks, I think that you people need to tweet. I'm not joking. And this is why you have John Kasich talking so much about negativity in the campaign, because I guarantee you his boy Donald over here is probably calling up John Kasich and saying, hey, they're asking a lot of questions about us. They're asking why we lived together for 15 years. They're asking questions. I'm ignoring them all, but it looks like I'm ignoring hundreds and hundreds of them. By God, keep tweeting at this piece of crap. Here's the Twitter account of the man that John Kasich lived with for 15 years, all right? Tweet this man and ask him, why is he not answering the question? Why did he live with John Kasich for 15 years, and why did John Kasich give him an astronomical amount of money as a salary for being his chief of staff when he was a congressman, all right? I mean, I'm serious. That isn't a conflict of interest, for Christ's sake. Here's the Twitter address to the man that John Kasich lived with for 15 years in a nice little townhome in Alexandria, Virginia. I mean, this man was living the birdcage before Robin Williams acted the son of a bitch. Anyway, here's the Twitter name. DGTBOW is the Twitter name of the man that John Kasich lived with for 15 years in Alexandria, Virginia. I mean, even the gay magazine The Advocate in 1996 even questioned this relationship. All right? I mean, and that's documented. You can look that up. It's online, for Christ's sake. The gay magazine The Advocate they were trying to ask some questions. All right? I mean, the political opponent for John Kasich for Congress in Ohio even wanted an independent investigation to look into what was going on between the Twitter name DGTBOW and John Kasich. All right? I mean, this was a Democrat. Democrats are supposed to be pro-gay. Everything should be all right, right? But not when you're a goddamn Bible Belt conservative wannabe piece of trash like John Kasich, all right? Now, John Kasich, you can say that you don't want negativity, you don't want this, you don't want that. You shouldn't even be in the race anymore, all right? You shouldn't even be in the race. You have no mathematical possibility, at least on paper, that you can win anything, all right? But you see, this idiot thinks that he's so well connected in the establishment that he doesn't even need the people's vote. I mean, he said time and time again that, don't worry about it. I have a path to the nomination. I have a path to the delegates, for Christ's sake, even though he hasn't won dick, all right? Except for the guy, I'm sure, the DGTBOW, you know, except for that. Woo! Once again, folks, please tweet at this man and ask him about their relationship, please. DGTBOW. All right, this was a man that John Kasich lived with for 15 years in a nice little townhome in Alexandria, Virginia. He paid him an astronomical amount of money as his chief of staff while living with him. And moreover, what happened to this man? This man is the overlord now of Ohio government contracts. This man made a whole ton of money on becoming a lobbyist. Oh, how quaint, huh? I wonder what he had to do to make all that money, huh? Or better yet, I wonder what he did to Kasich, you know? Because let me tell you something. I mean, this man has had such a charmed life. After living with John Kasich, it almost seems to me as if he has something on Kasich, and Kasich is, you know, putting him in positions to shut his stupid fruit bowl mouth, in my personal opinion. All right? So once again, tweet at this man. Do not stop tweeting at this man until he answers the question. All right? His Twitter name, one more time, DGTBOW. Please ask him why he lived with John Kasich for 15 years and paid him an astronomical amount of money to be his chief of staff. This is a disgrace, all right? And John Kasich, I'm telling you, we're going to keep harping on this until you leave the race, all right? We don't want you as our vice president. We don't want you as president. We don't want you anything on the national level, for Christ's sake, you stupid, soulless piece of crap. All right, you're a hypocrite. All right, you worked for freaking Lehman Brothers during the time of the 2008 crash. I know he tries to say that he had nothing to do with it. Are you kidding me? You were so connected with Lehman Brothers that, unlike everybody else who worked for Lehman Brothers, who had to go to the New York headquarters, that big-ass building, and actually work there, no, John Kasich had some special arrangement with Lehman Brothers so he could have his office in Ohio, huh? Oh, isn't that great? What kind of connections do you have to have with a freaking scumbag Wall Street entity like Lehman Brothers for you to go ahead and let you have a goddamn office in Ohio? All right? I mean, how many Lehman Brothers clients were in Ohio, huh? That's what I'm telling you, folks. I mean, this is not a joke. This is a big freaking scam. Anyway, I'm just sick of both Ted Cruz and John Kasich, man. These people are unadulterated, soulless scumbags, all right? And I can't believe that these are the people that are representing us as America. I just can't believe that, man. So, hey, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, you continue this charade that you could actually be nominated for president. Ted Cruz is a philanderous piece of prostitute visiting trash. We got Kasich over here who doesn't want to talk about his 15-year live-in relationship with the man that is now in charge of all the government contracts in Ohio. I mean, answer the question. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Answer the damn question. What's so hard about answering these questions? And I'm telling you, everybody who has asked this man that has lived with John Kasich for 15 years about their relationship, he ignores them. He doesn't even want to talk about it. So who has something to hide, huh? Who's in the closet, baby? Woo! I'm telling you, baby, one more time, his Twitter address is DGTBOW. Please ask him why he lived with John Kasich for 15 years and why John Kasich gave him $108,000 a year in 1996 just to be his chief of staff as a goddamn congressman. If that isn't a conflict of interest, I don't know what is. Piece of trash. And you notice how all the scandals that happened to Ted Cruz, like him banging married women, you know, like him, with the D.C. madam, having a connection with him and the D.C. madam, you know, he's a prostitute patronizer. I mean, you could just tell by his screwy little face that this man is, you know, he's just sick. He's just a conniver, for Christ's sake. Did you see him try to hug his daughter in front of the cameras? And his daughter was like, oh my God, get away from me. Get the hell away from me, you piece of garbage. I mean, where do you think she learned that from? She probably learned that from Heidi. Oh, yeah, are you kidding me? I mean, look, Children, especially that age, they learn from observation, baby. All right? And look, I'm sure that Heidi is having, to take care of those children most of the time. So I'm sure when, Ted Cruz wants to get a little frisky, for Christ's sake, we have that same type of, get away. Oh, good God, the same crap from old Heidi, all right? And I feel a little bad for Heidi, just a tad bit bad for Heidi, but, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I want to move on to the next subject matter because, look, I'm going to put a little bit more time in Radio Graffiti at the end of the show because I don't want to hear any more bitching, but God damn it, you better start spewing out something funny, all right? I mean, I got a whole bunch of people that listen to me that are on the Trump train. I've got legitimate media outlets, for you folks that were trying to say, oh, yeah, Drudge doesn't listen to you. He doesn't like your tweets. Oh, yeah? Well, not only did he like my tweets after that particular tweet, he liked other people's tweets that tweeted at me in favor of me, all right? So for you assholes that are trying to sit here and say, oh, you don't know anything, Drudge doesn't listen to you. Are you kidding me? Drudge is listening to anybody who is in opposition to this totalitarianism. Do you understand that? I mean, Matt Drudge is a true patriot. He does not want these sick, twisted dumbasses that are in power today, that is the political class, to take control of our souls. Do you understand that? And he is basically for anyone who is fighting against that. And henceforth, I'm fighting against that, folks. So that's why I'm saying, all right, now I'm going to bring back Radio Graffiti a little longer time at the end of the show. But by God, man, please, I mean, some of these stupid splices of you, mixing my freaking voice by me saying ridiculous nonsense, that crap is like 2010, 2011, man. That really isn't that funny anymore, especially now you scumbags that are trying to mix my voice by suggesting that I'm saying ridiculous, horrific, disgusting, pathetic things. There's nothing funny about that. The only people that find that funny are, 12-year-old people that are on the computer that are listening in and think that's hilarious. I mean, you're not winning brownie points in the comedy realm, if you will, all right? I mean, you're not being lolsy, if you will. Or I mean, be a little creative. Do you remember when we had Radio Graffiti the last time? We had characters, baby. We had the Ghetto Capitalist, for Christ's sake. We had Tub Guy. I mean, we even had that idiot that would go, knock my box, knock my down. I mean, think of something creative, for Christ's sake, that you can imprint on the minds of the listeners instead of acting like a bunch of immature idiots. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the next subject matter. I don't want to talk anymore about Radio Graffiti because it kind of pisses me off how lame it's turned out to be, in my personal opinion. Anyway, let me get myself in a better mood here. I'm going to go ahead and drink some more, once again, Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. And the reason I'm drinking it today, folks, is because, like I said, baby, you should have listened. You should have started entertaining those ETFs in correspondence with the rise of gold, silver, and oil. If you would, you'd be capitalizing like me, and you'd be drinking like me, baby. Cheers to the capitalist army, baby, and cheers to Donald Trump. Cheers. I'm telling you, that taste never gets old, baby. Smooth as hell, and it just perfectly aged, blended malts. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, baby. Anyway, folks, let me move on. I'm going to get through these subject matters so we can have enough time for Radio Graffiti. Let's take some Twitter shout-outs first. I'm going to do something a little bit different, folks. Instead of tweeting at a hashtag, all right, how about everybody retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, Ghost Politics, all right? Ghost Politics is the name, and the first tweet on Ghost Politics. I'm not talking the pin tweet. I'm talking about True Capitalist Radio is now live, spread it around like wildfire. Everybody retweet that first tweet, and I will give you a shout out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. All right, we've got Cute Canadian Turtle in the house. All right, we got Hyperspermia 101. That's gross, man. We've got Kiwi Yaks in the place. We've got Ward 24 in the house. We got DZ Jackson in the place. We got the Teutonic Plague, baby. What's going on? We got Lord Poke. Okay, Lord Poke. We got Razor 360 in the house. We got Israel_Cube in the place. I'm not saying that disgusting thing. Get that in. Get him out. Disgusting names out here. Capitalist_Army in the place. That's Mimi in the house. What's going on to Mimi? We've got Wolfgang Keckenstein. Okay, what's going on? We got Love That Wall in the house. Exara Hawks in the place. Commander Biff. Dorito Burrito. Regular TCA in the house from across the pond, baby. Like I said, once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, baby. Woo! Who else we got? We got Fire Hose Jim Crow. Oh, that ain't funny, man. That's horrible. Fire Hose Jim, that's disgusting, man. Come on, that's not something to be laughing about right now, baby. All right, that's horrible. I mean, they're implementing Jim Crow laws to whole states, the damn GOP. They're taking away the election. Anyway, we've got Canadian Spartan in the place. We got Frog Target Practice. We got Night Talks in the house. Ryan Swanson in the place. We got Daddy Trump in the house. We got Shady Sandsman in the place. Chop Clitter. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Come on! We've got Jerry_Fatman with the picture of a freaking Jerry Garcia. Hey, man, Jerry Garcia is probably one of the coolest Mexicans that ever lived. I mean, can we admit that? Come on. That's an idiot that didn't give a crap. He was like, look, I'm just going to tour for the rest of my life. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drug. I'm going to eat. I'm going to get fat, and I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? I mean, live fast and do what you got to do, man. And not to mention he was an intellectual and a decent songwriter, to say the least. Anyway, who else do we got here? We've got Rush Limghost. Oh, you piece of crap. Shove it up your ass. Anyway, we got CEO Bitcoin in the house. We've got Trump on Granny. Shove it up your ass, Trump on Granny, you piece of garbage. All right, we got Exiakai. What's going on? We've got, I'm not going to say that for Christ's sake. We got Scissor Up Nation. Scissor Up Nation, really? Scissor Up? I mean, we got True Capitalist Radio listeners sipping on the lean here? Really? Oh, come on, man. You know better than that. You saw what happened to goddamn DJ Screw. You saw what happened to Pimp C, for Christ's sake. I mean, look at Lil Wayne. He's half retarded now because of the goddamn lean, for Christ's sake, man. So stay away from that crap, all right? We got Manhood Magic in the house, Sergeant_Yoda, Kiwi Johnny Walker, Baracko Ghosta. Yeah, shove it up your ass, asshole. All right? We got the Rytonic Game in the house, Flanbird. We got the Green Leader 1978. We've got David Bowie, LOL. Come on, man. Why are you hating on David Bowie, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, the guy released his album. He was dead 3 days later, for Christ's sake, man. And I want to admit, I do like that weird, creepy-ass video and song. I'm a black star. I'm a black star. I'm not a falling star. I'm a black star. I can't ask you why. Just come with... You know, that whole song, baby. I like it. So leave him alone. All right? He died of the cancer. Leave him alone. We've got Wilksy61 in the place. All right, we've got, I'm not saying that for Christ's sake, we got Bertie McBurt in the house. All right, we're going to take a couple of more Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to move to the next part of the broadcast. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, please retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account at PoliticsGhost. All right, all one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And we're going to go ahead and continue going. We got Scully Pendera, okay. We got SP Einstein in the house. We got ZZM Pronouns. We've got Minecart Mike. Okay. We got 187 Caleb 420 in the place. We got 4 Wheels 1 Ghost. Ah, you piece of goddamn piece of crap. 4 Wheels 1 Ghost. Get that asshole out of here. That's it. I'm done with Twitter chat. I'm done with it. I'm through with it. 4 Wheels 1 Ghost, for Christ's sake. You people are assholes. I'm not a goddamn cripple, you stupid morons. Stop saying it. Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, you people are heartless, for Christ's sake. I am not a cripple. All right? That's it. I'm done with freaking Twitter shout-outs for Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. I'm freaking done with Twitter shout-outs, all right? That's it. I'm done. I am done. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the broadcast, all right? I'm sorry. You know, these people are going off keister, for Christ's sake. Let's move on. We were talking a little bit about how Ted Cruz and John Kasich are continuing their shameless charade, thinking and actually believing that they're going to be the GOP nominee when they're not. All right? They're absolutely not. And once again, please tweet at John Kasich's roommate, wink, wink, for 15 years out of Alexandria, Virginia, that was his chief of staff, that he paid $108,000 as his chief of staff when he was a congressman in 1996, which was an astronomical amount of money for a damn chief of staff. So please forward that and keep tweeting at him until he answers the question. Anyway, folks, we are in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is as follows, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, and of course, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost, baby. And once again, there's all kinds of little buttons next to the player right there. Why don't you use and abuse those buttons, those Facebook like buttons, those retweet this buttons, and all these other social media buttons, baby. Spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, baby, all right? Anyway, I want to move on to another subject matter. I want to talk a little bit about Paul Ryan. Oh, yeah, here we go again with this stupid Wisconsin scumbag, all right? Well, in my personal opinion, I think that Paul Ryan took a little bit of the heat because of the Capitalist Army's investigation into his mother, Betty Douglas Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Woo! And I'm not kidding around, folks. All right? I mean, at this point in time, according to reports, Paul Ryan is supposedly ruling out the 2016 brokered convention presidential nomination. All right? Now, I personally believe that it had something to do with the Capitalist Army's investigation into his mother. That shook him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It shook him a little bit. I mean, I am bringing up valid points about this man's mother. And if you haven't heard what I have said, folks, go back in the archive. All right? Episode 239, episode 238, I discuss it in great detail that for whatever reason, men just seem to drop dead around Betty Ryan, Paul Ryan's mother, and conveniently she benefits generously financially. You know what I'm saying? And I've said, and I'll continue to say, that is a forensic files case if I've ever heard one in my life. Do you understand that? I mean, that's a forensic files case. Now, look, I have done extensive investigating work, okay, folks? But I cannot find any kind of an autopsy. I can't find toxicology reports on Paul Ryan's biological father, Paul Murray Ryan. I can't find toxicology reports or any kind of autopsy on her second husband, Bruce Douglas. And for you folks, I hate to keep reiterating this, all right, but Paul Murray Ryan died when Paul Ryan was 15 in 1985. Now, and I discussed how Paul Ryan inherited all kinds of partnerships. It was the reason why he never had a job in his life. He never had to work. That's why he went to Miami and went to college, and then right after Miami, he went right into the bureaucracy, ran for all kinds of offices, and he was funded by those two partnerships bequeathed to him by his father, Paul Murray Ryan. Now, his mother, on the other hand, obviously benefited generously because Betty Ryan decided that she was going to go to college after this man died. Oh, isn't that something? That's something you should do, right? Right after your spouse dies, I'm going to go to college and pretend I'm young again. Huh? That's just great. But let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Once again, okay, maybe she had a bad spouse, or maybe the man did have a heart attack, or whatever the case might be, although I don't believe that one bit. Let's just say for the sake of argument it was, all right? Well, Bruce Douglas, her second husband, lost his wife, Harriet, in 1995, okay? Now, I can't find the marriage certificate. I can't find the marriage license between Bruce Douglas and Betty Ryan, because in 1995, when Bruce Douglas lost his wife Harriet, somewhere between 95 and 2002, Betty Ryan married this man. And you want to know why it's between that time? Because by 2002, the man was dead. All right? The man was dead, and guess who inherited his properties and his assets? Betty Ryan. Oh, you know that she lives in this poor bastard's house by the sea, for Christ's sake? You know, I tweeted the obituary of Bruce Douglas, and that was the first thing that was said right underneath his name. He lived in his house by the sea. That was obviously some prized possession to him, his wife Harriet, and guess who came in and just snagged that from under him within 7 years after his wife's death? Betty Ryan. Oh, isn't that great? And that's why I'm saying this goes into the personality of Paul Ryan, the mentality of a Paul Ryan, the sociopath idea of Paul Ryan. I mean, this man is so, in my opinion, so heartless. I mean, I believe that he has the same mentality as his mother. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because who did Paul Ryan marry? Jana Little. Jana Little is worth millions of dollars because her father was the trial lawyer president of Oklahoma. And once again, if you're a trial lawyer attorney or personal injury attorney, you're making serious capital off other people's pain. All right? And that's who he married. And once he married Jana Little, they went and bought a $4.5 million mansion in Janesville, Wisconsin, that used to belong to the founder of the Parker Pen Company. Meanwhile, Paul Ryan's salary is only $150,000 a year. All right? I mean, this is what I'm talking about, folks. And I've said this before. Jana, if you're listening to me, please be careful. Please be careful. And I hope that you have a prenuptial agreement, all right? Because in my personal opinion, I think it's very unsafe to be married to a Ryan, or I should say anybody who's related to Betty Ryan. I think it's very dangerous to be married to somebody who's related to this person because, in my opinion, I think that Paul Ryan learned some psychopathic, sociopathic activity from his mother. All right, I mean, that's my personal opinion. I'm serious. I mean, I can't find a toxicology report. I can't find an autopsy on any of these men. All right, and you mean to tell me they both dropped dead and no one's going to ask any questions? Like I said, folks, I think that's why Paul Ryan has taken a step back, even though this guy threw out some freaking campaign videos trying to pretend that he was going to campaign for the broker convention, but when he got the negative reaction from people and when he got this show trying to question his mother, I think he got a little shook and he's shutting his stupid mouth and he's going back to the Congress. And in my personal opinion, I think this man should be removed as Speaker of the House. All right? They should be removed as Speaker of the freaking House. I mean, let me tell you a story about a Speaker of the House during the 90s, okay? Now, after Newt Gingrich stepped down, there was a short-term, I believe a short-term Speaker of the House. I believe his name was Levinson or some crap like that. Something came out about this guy. He fell in disgrace. All right, he was there for like 2 weeks or something, a month or some crap like that. And then came a man called Dennis Haskert. That's right. Dennis Haskert was the Speaker of the House for I don't know how long, and what came out about this man here 3 or 4 years ago, and now he's standing trial for, he molested his students when he was a wrestling coach out when he was in whatever stupid pissing ground he represented, for Christ's sake. Can you believe that? Huh? And now the attorneys are trying to say all kinds of stuff, trying to prohibit Haskert from standing trial and facing justice on these molestation charges, folks. I'm telling you, if people would have done investigative journalism like they should, they probably would have found this out about Haskert years ago. You understand that? They would have found this out about this years ago. That's why I'm calling on all the independent journalists out there, make a name for yourself. Go out there and investigate these cases, man. All right? I mean, Haskert should not have been the Speaker of the House as long as he was if he was a damn closet pedophile. You understand? But because people didn't look into the stories and because people didn't investigate, because the stupid mainstream media doesn't do its freaking job, this man was Speaker of the House for a good amount of time, all right? So once again, folks, all these scumbags in politics, it seems to me, are all either pedophiles, philanderers, homosexuals, drug addicts, alcoholics. I mean, the complete bowels of society, all right? The complete and utter bowels of society, for Christ's sake, is what represents us on the governmental level. And I'm telling you this right now, that's why Paul Ryan has taken a step back on trying to win this little brokered convention here, all right? Because his mother is still alive, all right? Yeah, his mother is still alive, living at that house by the sea, working as a supposed interior decorator, which is a bogus job, all right? I mean, I think Pottery Barn gives free interior decorating, for Christ's sake. Don't give me this crap that she's making money off of interior decorating. That's bullshit. Excuse my French, folks, but that's crap. And let me tell you, I'm glad Paul Ryan stepped down, because let me tell you, I was willing to fund somebody to go to Janesville myself to find out what the hell is going on with Betty Ryan. You know what I'm saying? How come men just miraculously end up dead and this woman generously benefits financially every single time? That's a forensic files case if I've ever heard one, for folks. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter, folks. I mean, we're talking about serious business. We give you the straight political dope here on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all right? Now, folks, I don't know if you folks are familiar with the racial joke that Hillary Rotten Clinton and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio basically said in front of a crowd of people. I think this was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And the reason that they did this was because Bill de Blasio came out and supported Hillary Rotten Clinton for president. Now, in this scene, and I did tweet the racist clip, Hillary Clinton turns to Bill de Blasio and says, "Hey, I'm glad you're endorsing me, Bill. It took you long enough. What took so long?" And this man said, "Well, to be honest with you, I was operating on CP time." Now, I know people don't understand what that means, but they had a black man in some ridiculous, monkey suit. I hate to, put it in that racial terms, but it was a ridiculous little stupid, servant slave suit. I'm surprised why no Black Lives Matter or black folks are up in arms about this, but there was a black man on the same stage as Hillary Rotten and Bill de Blasio, and Bill de Blasio makes this freaking stupid, "Oh yeah, I was on CP time." You know what CP means? Colored people time. That's what he meant. He is operating on colored people time. Now, why isn't anybody making a big stink about this, folks? I'll tell you why. Because she's a liberal. And I am saying this, and I will continue to say it, liberals are the biggest racist on the face of the planet. And I think it was even Malcolm X that said, "I would much prefer a racist to tell me that I'm the N-word to my face as opposed to being some liberal trying to sugarcoat and pretend that he's my friend or she's my friend and backstab me in the back. At least I know where the man that's calling me the N-word is coming from, and not these scumbag liberals that are sitting here trying to sugarcoat me, stroke me, and then go ahead and backstab me, for Christ's sake." So why can Hillary Clinton and Bill de Blasio get away with this filthy, disgusting racial joke? Bill de Blasio was operating on colored people time? I mean, does this man think that he has the carte blanche to do this because he has a black wife? I mean, seriously. I mean, you see what I'm talking about here? I mean, I think this was even an episode on the Jeffersons, Remember that white guy that was with Henry Kravis's mother? I forgot. It was a long time ago, for Christ's sake. But remember when there was an episode when George Jefferson was getting down on Henry Kravis's mother. I forgot her name in the show. That I bet you this man, when you are getting into a fight, he calls you in the N-word. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. I mean, because these white folks think that, hey, I'm with a black woman, now I can say the N-word, now I can use the word colored, now I can, use these racially insensitive words because, hey, I'm not a racist, I'm banging a black chick. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. All right? I mean, just give me a freaking break. I mean, it makes me sick. I mean, where is the racial tension for this man and this woman, huh? Where's Black Lives Matter for this racial joke? Man, had freaking Donald Trump said something like that, it would have been the end of his career. But no, because these people have the liberal moniker next to their stupid names, they can say things like colored people. You want to know why they're saying things like colored people? Because, folks, the Democrats were the ones that created the Ku Klux Klan, you stupid idiots. Do you understand that? I mean, the Jim Crow laws were implemented by Democrats. Do you understand that? I mean, why don't you read the history books, you morons? All right, out here in Texas, the Republican Party. You know that the Republican Party in Texas was founded by black men? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying the Republican Party was once the party that stood up against all this disgusting racism, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, we were abolitionists, all right? I mean, the Republican Party stood up for people that were oppressed because of their race. And now, look at what they did. They flipped the script, haven't they? Huh? Yeah, that's right. The Democrats have flipped the script. I mean, even though people are triggered by a priest that walked into a damn university and claimed that he was a Klan member because they don't understand what the hell they're talking about. Hey, the Democrats created the Klan, you idiots, all right? I don't care what you people want to believe or think, all right? All right, I'm telling you this right now. The Klan was created by the Democrats. Jim Crow was created by the Democrats, all right? So for you idiots that are thinking that, the Democrats are the black people's party, I mean, this stupid racial joke should show you how really racist these liberals are. I mean, just look at how they rename people, I mean, look at how they renamed the Latinos, They named them Hispanic. Hispanic, all right? Hispanic. Hispanic. They're telling you that you're a panic people. To panic whenever you're around, for Christ's sake. That's why I don't use the term Hispanic. I use Hispandex because it's ridiculous. Just as I'm African American. That's another ridiculous liberal connotation. I mean, why in the blue hell is everybody who's black considered an African American? I mean, there are a tremendous amount of black people in Latin America. I mean, there are black Cubans. There are black Brazilians. There's black Argentinians. There's black people from Mexico. I mean, I'm sick and tired of these freaking liberals trying to group people together when a lot of the people that are black, at least in the South and in America, many of them aren't even derived from Africa. I mean, I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, the liberals are the most racist group of people on the planet, man. I mean, they're the ones subjugating people. They're the ones putting people in subjugated areas by race, by class. I mean, what do you think all this welfare is about? What do you think all this food cards, food stamps, subsidies are about? They're putting you in your place. Don't you understand that? They're putting you in your place. And, they're putting you in your place to the point where even if you thought about progressing yourself, even if you thought about getting a better job or getting a job and progressing yourself financially, they've got you by the balls because they give you everything that you need. They give you your food card. They give you your housing voucher. They give you your free electricity. They give you everything. So for you to even contemplate doing something better for yourself goes against the whole idea of what you're doing right now. You are a serf to the state. You are a serf to the state, for Christ's sake. And if you think that your ass isn't going to pay for that in the end, for all you folks that are collecting entitlements, if you think that nothing's going to happen to you, I think you better think twice. Let me tell you, Barack Obama's Obamacare, in my personal opinion, is a one step to rid the United States of those who are dependent on the government so that they can lower spending, all right? I mean, I'm not kidding around. Why do you think they got death panels, huh? I mean, they've got bureaucrats that are going to basically decide who lives or dies by, basically by committee, by saying, okay, let me see this person. Oh, let me see their file. Oh, look, they're unhealthy. They're fat. They eat greasy food. They're this. They're that. Now, just give them some painkillers and let them die. Just give them some painkillers and let them die. They're mooching off the system. They've been on the system for 10 years. All right? They haven't contributed anything to the damn tax system. All right? That's how our government works. We need more taxes. All right? Now, we need to cut these people from the tax system without us making us look like jerks. So since we have control of the health system, let's just go ahead and make sure that these people die off, right? Just give them a bunch of pain medications, and they'll die off in the next 3 to 4 months. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding, man. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. All right? I'm not joking, man. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, please. I mean, I'm not kidding around, man. Please wake up. Anyway, let me move on to the last subject matters, and then we'll go ahead and get on to the rest of the show here. All right? Now the Democrats are accusing Bernie Sanders of harassing DNC delegates. Woo! I'm telling you, folks, please believe me when I say that the capitalist army has operatives on the left that are attempting to agitate the left so that they can galvanize these people to do something on their side, for Christ's sake. I mean, these mindless Bernie Sanders nimrods are failing to understand that they're not going to get anywhere unless they participate in the political process and not be a bunch of agitating social justice pussy whip pricks. All right? And that means going out and instead of harassing the Trump train, instead of going out and harassing Trump rallies, you need to go to Hillary Clinton and harass her racist ass. You need to go to Bill Clinton and harass his ass, for Christ's sake, all right? And let me tell you something, the capitalist army has something to do with the delegates that have been released, all right? I just want FYI, all right? Because I'm telling you this right now, the capitalist army is anti-establishment. We want to bring down this criminal enterprise that is the political class system, and we're going to do whatever it takes to do so. So, once again, you Bernie Sanders fans, you need to take about 10 steps away from the Trump train's butt crack, and you start realizing that the only way that your 75-year-old prostate-infected free college piece of wild-haired crap is going to be elected is if you do something about it. All right? You need to do something about it, you stupid morons. And once again, here come the Democrats. I'm talking about the mainstream media. They're demonizing Bernie Sanders because of the harassing of the DNC delegates. Hey, look, I think it's fair game, in my personal opinion. These people want to implement Jim Crow laws on whole states. These people want to go against the people's will. I think that we are in our ethical, moral, and legal obligation to do what we are doing presently. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about exposing these people. All right? I mean, these people think that they can hide behind the internets. They think that they can hide behind, constituencies. They think they can hide behind mainstream media. Bull crap. All right? You're going to have to talk to the American people and tell them to their face why you are the vanguard of the voters. You are the vanguard of the party. Why you're a totalitarian freak. You have to answer it, boy. And by God, you better answer it. I'll tell you this right now. I mean, we are not going to go quietly in that good night, all right? I'm talking about the people on the Trump train, and I sure as hell hope that those of us that are on the capitalist army side that are agitating the Bernie Sanders side go out and do the same thing too, all right? And I'm not joking, all right? Get off the sidelines and get on the front lines, jerk dicks. All right? If you really care about Bernie Sanders, do something. Here, look, let me pretend I'm Bernie Sanders. Hey, I'm Bernie Sanders. And I want you, all you college kids, if you really want me to be elected, why don't you go out and harass Hillary Clinton, all right? Harass Bill Clinton, all right? Leave the Trump train alone, all right? I'd be more than happy to have that debate on whether or not socialism or capitalism is going to be in America, all right? So I will make it the law, if I get into power, that if you go out and you agitate Hillary Clinton and you agitate Bill Clinton, I will make sure that you get free college, and you'll only have to serve 10 years in a gulag as opposed to 30 years in a gulag, all right? And I'm Bernie Sanders, and I pay for this message, all right? I mean, seriously, go out and do something, all right? Go out and do something, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. And I'm not joking, folks. You know, this this Cory Gardner thumbing his nose at the Colorado people and thumbing his nose at the American people. I'm dropping his docs right after this goddamn show, and you better believe it, baby. The capitalist army will not stand for this totalitarian crap. The capitalist army will not stand for this totalitarian crap. We will not stand for this. And once again, folks, all right, if you're part of the Bernie Sanders, feel the burn crew, do something, you idiots, please, all right? Stupid, dumb, socialist, free college, mindless, idiotic, no freaking intellectual curiosity jerkasses. Anyway, let me move into the final part of the broadcast, the final subject matter of the broadcast. I want to give some thoughts on some things, folks. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about this North Carolina supposed anti-LGBT law, for Christ's sake. All right. Now, no, the Mississippi is a little bit different. I'm going to talk about Mississippi in a minute, but North Carolina, everybody is making such a big deal. You got Bruce Springsteen, which I don't even understand why this stupid old piece of crap is relevant. He decided to cancel his tour, and Bryan Adams decided to cancel his tour over there in North Carolina in protest of this anti-LGBT law. And for you folks that are unaware, what happened in North Carolina, they voted that trans testicles cannot go into women's bathrooms, all right? Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think that's horrible, all right? I don't think that's horrible because, look, there's a fine line between tranny and, like, cross-dresser and transvestite, all right? Now, let me explain something to you, all right? If you actually look like a woman and, you're passable and it's really hard to clock, no one's going to care if you go into the freaking women's bathroom, you stupid idiot, all right? No one's going to care. No one's going to clock you, you stupid, dumb jerk dick. No, but you know what this is? This is to protect these cross-dressers and transvestites, okay? People that are completely non-passable, these disgusting pieces of human specimen that just look grotesque, all right? They just look grotesque. I'm talking about these filthy, disgustingly, slovenly trannies that don't want to do the tranny thing right, all right? I mean, they look like blatant men, all right? And maybe half the time they're not trannies. Half the time they're cross-dressers. And let me give you a little bit of the difference, folks, because I know there's people that are like, I don't understand. What the hell's the difference? I'll tell you the difference, okay? Transsexuals, okay, they actually live as women 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all right? They take hormones so they can have boobs, all right, so they, so their asses can get a little bigger. They actually try to look like women. They wear makeup. They try to be effeminate. They look like women, all right? They look like women. All right, the only thing that you could probably clock on them is like the Adam's apple that Michelle Obama has. That's all you can do, all right? I mean, that's probably all you can clock them, all right? Now, cross-dressers and transvestites are a completely different story. These are men that like to dress up as women. Now, cross-dressers, they like to dress up as women to perform at, these homosexual clubs, for Christ's sake. And there's a lot of evidence of this on the internet, for Christ's sake. I mean, these, and I don't get it. I really don't I don't understand the LGBT MO about this particular idea, but what men do is they dress up like women, they go and perform at gay clubs, and they lip sync, I kid you not, they lip sync music, and people throw dollars at them like as if they're dancing on a stripper pole, okay? Now that's cross-dressing. Transvestites, on the other hand, are men that dress up like women, and they are completely not passable. I'm talking about people that have beards, men that have beards, men that are just, they're bulky, they're fat, that are muscular, whatever the case might be, all right? And they dress up as women for sexual gratification, all right? That's a transvestite. Some idiot man, all right, that dresses up like a woman purely for sexual gratification. Now that you all have had a Tranny 101 introduction into what's going on here, I would like to say that the North Carolina law and is not that big of a deal in my personal opinion. I think that people are making much to do about nothing. It's very easy to go ahead and say, oh, I'm protesting that state because screw you. I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, look, if you look like a chick, if you look like a passable tranny, No one's going to question you going into a woman's bathroom, you stupid idiots. All right? No one's going to question it. No one's going to know. All right? If you're a passable tranny, no one's going to know. It's these disgusting pieces of cross-dressing transvestite trash or sloppy trannies, to be honest with you, that are the ones bitching and complaining about it. And to be honest with you, I don't want to see some freaking transvestite or cross-dresser going into a goddamn women's bathroom. I mean, I don't want to see that crap. All right? Now, I don't think that there's anything wrong with what North Carolina's done. Now, as for Mississippi, now that's a little bit different, okay? Now, Mississippi passed a law where it's called the right to religion law, if I'm not mistaken, or religious rights laws or something of that nature, where it is legal in Mississippi now to go out and refuse service if you're a business owner to those that are homosexual or that go against certain religious values of that business owner. Now, I'm not particularly a big fan of this particular law. I think that money's green. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't understand why people would hate on homosexuals as it relates to, money. I mean, let me tell you something. The homosexual community is one of the hardest working people in this country. And they're also one of the most overtaxed people in this country. All right? Now, what Mississippi is doing is complete ignorant southern stupidity. All right? And lest we forget that Mississippi has the most people on welfare than anywhere else in the country, all right? So just remember, those people in Mississippi, they're not playing with a full deck, all right? I mean, a lot of these people, they're all related to each other, to say the least, all right? I mean, I'm not kidding. So there's a difference between what North Carolina's done and what Mississippi has done. I do not appreciate what Mississippi has done. I think that, if your money's green and you want to buy some products from me, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're a homosexual, pansexual, a gender fluid. I don't care what you are, man. I don't care if you're a furry, a brony, a freaking, I don't care. I mean, if you're spending money, baby, what difference does it make? And you see, the reason that Mississippi passed this law is because they don't care about money. They're all on freaking welfare. So for all you LGBT idiots that are getting your damn panties in a bunch over these two laws, make sure you know what the hell you're talking about, all right? All right, I mean, seriously, North Carolina, all they want is to make sure that cross-dressers and freaking transvestites don't go into the bathroom with women, all right? If you're a passable tranny, no one's going to know and no one's going to care, all right? And as for Mississippi, why would any gay person or any tranny or anybody want to live in this ignorant shithole, all right? I mean, I'm not joking. I don't understand. You see, this is just agitation by the LGBT, all right? I mean, this is all it is. It's just agitation. I mean, Mississippi is the southern trash of the country. And if you're from Mississippi, I'm sorry. I'm just telling the God's honest truth. I mean, the whole state is a freaking welfare case, all right? I'm not kidding around. More people collect welfare and food stamps than freaking anywhere else in the country, all right? I mean, Mississippi is the welfare queen of the country, all right? Now, why exactly would you want to move your gay asses or your trans-testicle asses or your gender-fluid asses in such a hostile, ignorant environment, huh? Because you're just trying to agitate, all right? You're just trying to get yourself some attention, all right? You're just a bunch of attention whores that think that you want to be as, bitchy and bossy as Beyonce, as Britney. Oh, it's Britney, bitch. I mean, that's all this comes down to, man. Anyway, let me move on to a couple other subject matters. I'm going to be done here in about 5 minutes. Then we'll move on to Radio Graffiti. I also want to talk about equal pay day, all right, because I'm sick of this stupid debate about, women deserve equal pay as men. Oh, give me a freaking break, man. I mean, look, what you people need to understand is that if you break down the statistics, all right, and basically put single men next to single women. I'm talking like single, unmarried, never been married, no children women. Women are making more money per capita in that demographic than single men are in this country, all right? It's when you skew these stupid statistics and start including women that have families, that take time off for children, that, don't stay at the office late at night because they got to pick up the kids from freaking daycare or from school. I mean, there are a variety of different factors where this equal pay debate and its statistics become skewed. You understand? But for the most part, folks, if you break down single women that have never been married, that have never had any children, and you compare them to men that have never been married and never had any children, the women make more by far than the single men that have never had any children and are that's just a fact, man. That's just a fact. I mean, Thomas Sowell, if you're not familiar with Thomas Sowell, this is a capitalist right here. He doesn't necessarily agree with what's going on in politics right now, but he described this very eloquently, that the left likes to skew certain statistics so that it can make it seem as if, oh, you see, women, they're not paid as much as men. It's not fair. Hey, women, you are the majority of the workforce, you dumbasses, all right? You know that you take up over 60% of the goddamn workforce? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what's the point, all right? You want to be paid as much as men? You've got so many men out here unemployed that are broken, that have lost their families because you women wanted to go out and become cougars, or you wanted to go out and become some single dish rag whore mother out here, and then you have the audacity to sit here and talk about equal pay? I mean, do you hear your dish rag whore selves, for Christ's sake? You have the audacity to sit here and talk about equal pay? I mean, once again, look at the statistics yourself, all right? Compare the statistics of women that have never been married, never had children, and compare them to men that have never been married and never had children, and you'll see a big discrepancy in favor of women. So for you equal payers out there, you're just as much of agitators as the people that are agitating the North Carolina situation in the LGBT crap, all right? Don't believe the hype. Equal pay is a farce, all right? I mean, the whole reason why the statistics are skewed is because, first of all, more women are in the workforce than men, and secondly, the bigger percentage of that women, the 60+% of women that are actually in the workforce, more than half those women shit out children and expect the goddamn job to just sit there and just wait for their asses while they're on maternity leave, all right? I mean, men don't get to do that kind of crap. And you see, when that happens, by default, you're going to lose money. All right, because the job isn't going to pay you full salary when you're on maternity leave. They ain't going to pay you the full goddamn hourly wage, for Christ's sake. I mean, do you understand what I'm talking about? I mean, and moreover, for women that are parents, all right, that have to pick up a child, that have to take care of a child, you don't have the type of time, effort, and energy that some man does who, will stay at work late at night. Who will go out and, bust his ass at home taking work home to work. I mean, taking work home and working at it at home. I mean, different factors, all right? Now, look, I'm gonna leave this subject matter, but please remember the equal pay day garbage is farce. It's an ad hominem. It's a logical fallacy. It's crap, all right? And that's all there is to it. And if you don't believe me, take a look at single women that have never had children, never been married, compare them to men that have never had children, never been married, and slap your face into reality, you piece of crap. Anyway, I'm going to talk about North Korea really fast. North Korea, another, colonel, general, somebody in the high ranking of military has defected to South Korea. There's a mass amount of defections happening in North Korea, and the only reason I want to bring this up, folks, is to show you, because people were questioning me on why I don't think North Korea is a big threat and why I laugh at them whenever they try to throw a oversized firecracker in the air and try to pretend it's a ballistic missile, because they can't even feed themselves, man. Do you understand that? I mean, last week, what is this, little Kim, this fat cheese-headed asshole, whatever, I forgot his I don't even want to know. Kim Jong-un, there you go. Kim Jong-un warned his people to prepare for famine. That's right. I mean, that's socialism, that's communism right there. When you've got the freaking dictatorship of the proletariat telling you that, well, you better prepare to starve to death. All right, you better prepare to starve to death, even though my fat ass is so fat that, I've got freaking diabetic ulcers on my freaking leg, and I'm fucking limping around like some stupid, fat, stupid, imbecilic asshole because I cannot stop eating cheese. All right? I'm serious. This guy's got a cheese fetish. I don't know if you folks are familiar. This guy cannot stop eating cheese. That's why his face is so fat. That's why he has such a fat body. I mean, his body is so fat for his little frame, He walks with a limp at times because he's got diabetic ulcers on his legs, for Christ's sake. Meanwhile, the whole country is starving to death. All right? The whole country is starving. They're eating second harvest, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is socialism. This is communism, folks. And that's why I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before North Korea basically collapses on its own, in my personal opinion, all right? So whenever Kim Jong-un tries to claim that he's going to do this, he's going to do that, don't believe him. He's a piece of trash, all right? He's nothing, all right? He's absolutely nothing. Anyway, folks, it's about time for that favorite part of the broad. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let's go ahead and take some more Twitter shout-outs really fast. And for you folks that want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, not the pinned tweet, the first tweet on the Twitter account. And the Twitter account is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name. Retweet the first tweet on that Twitter account, baby. You understand? Anyway, we got UK Ghosty in the house. We got CIA Fire Rises. We've got Metal Gear Richie in the place. Strope Waffle in the house. We've got the Fire _Rises, baby. That's right. Stand for free speech, baby. Woo! We've got Lou Reed, LOL. What the hell's that about? Lou Reed? That guy was a cross-dresser. You know, talk about cross-dressers. That was a cross-dresser, all right? Lou Reed, cross-dresser. Anyway, we've got the Surprising Fly, Hekiti Ghost, whatever the hell that means. Ghost Hot Wheel. Oh, you son of a bitch. Here we go with this goddamn ridiculous crap about me being I'm not a cripple, asshole. Anyway, we've got the Governor Wolf in the house. I'm not saying that disgusting crap. We got your personal memer. We got Brony Drumming in the house. We've got Alpha 9571 in the house. We've got Taco Capitalist, all right, capitalizing on a Taco Tuesday, it says on his freaking goddamn bio. We've got My Name is Mr. Man, okay, in the house. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, please retweet the first tweet at Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, baby. All right, Politics Ghost. Let's continue on. Let's see who else is retweeting the first tweet on that Twitter account, baby. All right, here we go. Who else we got going on over here? Do we have some more, engineer? All right, here we go. Who we got? We got Doe Entertainer in the house. Dylan Man 99 in the house. Crips for Ghost. Crips for Ghost. I mean, what are you doing, a sea walk while I'm doing this broadcast, for Christ's sake? We got Lunar Prince Pepe. We got Backseat Ratty. We got, I think I already said that one. Oh, man. Hey, it's 213, baby. 213, baby. That's the Ghetto Capitalist. I wonder how he's doing, for Christ's sake. We got Hassert Kasich 2016. Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. We got Platinum Robo in the house. Cruz for Colorado. Screw you bastards, all right? We got Capital Dad 420. We got Kiwi Pickle Guy in the house. We got Idaho Capitalist in the house. All right, I mean, we got we got Free Zorg in the place. We got Wee Dragon 1, Silly Bear X333 in the place. All right, come on, let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going. Once again, retweet the first tweet on that Twitter account. Let's take a couple more, and then we'll move on to Radio Goddamn Graffiti, baby. All right, who else we got? We got Spooky Faps. I'm not saying that, for Christ's sake, you sick, twisted prick. We got Ivix Lord, Sergeant _Yoda, Blue Jackets, NHL, baby, in the house. Who else do we have here? We got Trash It Trevor. We got Not Rody. We got Eddie Hinkle in the place. What's going on, Eddie Hinkle? We got Viper 2 Actual in the house. Dylan Man 99. Well, we're getting to the ones we already said. All right, that's about enough for Twitter shout-outs, baby. All right. Now, once again, before I get on to Radio Graffiti, I'd like for everybody to please follow me on Twitter at Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And I'd also like for you to please add to the favorites or on your bookmarks, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, where the spectators become a part of the spectacle, and I'm talking about radio graffiti. All anybody has to do to participate in radio graffiti is give me a call right now, all right? Give me a damn call right now at 516-453-9903 is the number to call, all right? And when I call on your Skype name or on your area code, please quickly say whatever it is that's on your mind, and please hurry up and say it, and make sure it's somewhat lolsy, for Christ's sake, all right? Because I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired of people that are just calling up and are just being just boring balls pricks, all right? They're being boring balls pricks, and I don't appreciate it one bit. All right, folks, let's go ahead and start radio graffiti right now. 818 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, too late, man. Hey, you better get ready. I'm telling you, you folks need to get ready. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, American Ghost. This is King Jong-un speaking, and I am very, very mad that you disregarded my missile.
I don't really care, all right? You can chew on my meat missile, all right? Tango Whiskey, Radio Graffiti, excuse me.
Poker face, poker face, poker face, poker face, please freaking
God. Get out of here, for Christ's sake. Mixing me with freaking that wannabe trans-testicle Lady Gaga, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of that broad, man. I'm glad the gays turned against that piece of trash. 612 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, this is Yolandra from the Texas Workforce Commission. I'm calling to inform you that your unemployment check is ready to be picked up.
Now shut your stupid stinking hole. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Glad you're back. I just want to let you know the SpongeBob community, thanks that you're back, man. Yeah.
Oh, my God. The SpongeBob community. Y'all guys are still around, for Christ's sake? We still got spongies out here? I mean, it's bad enough that I'm getting infested by bronies, and now I've got spongies here, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. 520 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Hey, guys. This is a Scottish buttsucker. Do you want to see what says in the kilt?
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Go have some haggis, all right? 716 Radio Graffiti.
Donald Trump, you know, who's nothing more than some megalomaniac blowhard that we do not need.
All right, I remember saying that, all right? I said that in 2012 because he was just tipping his toe into the water, for Christ's sake. I didn't know he was serious, all right? I mean, to be honest with you, I wish he would have ran in 2012. If you would have heard the whole clip of that, I was upset, and I said at the end, either shit or get off the pot, Donald. We need you either run or not. So don't try to use that crap against me, boy, all right? I am completely and fully dedicated to Donald Trump's presidency, all right? And that's all there is to it. I am dedicated, and I am as serious as a heart attack about it. And not to mention, that clip was from like 2011, jerk dick, all right? It's 2016 now. Stupid morons. Let's take some more Skype callers. Renegade Supreme Gaelic, Radio Graffiti.
It will be legal in Texas to shoot my dog.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Shut up! Shut up! Stop talking about Templeton, all right? Jesus Christ. 712 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Hey, Big Jack. Donald Trump's not going to win.
No, shut up. Let's not. Shut your stupid stinking hole with that Big Jack crap. 863 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys. I was wondering if I could say something for you.
Okay, I didn't understand what you said, but okay. 727 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how can you run away from the cops if you don't have any legs?
You stupid son of a bitch. What are you talking about? I'm not a cripple, man. God damn it. Damn it, man. I'm not a goddamn cripple. I'm telling you sons of bitches, I'm warning you. I'm warning all of you. Punitive damages if you keep spreading this slanderous lie that I'm some cripple. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn. Give me the freaking mic. Damn it. I mean, you see what you're doing? I'm making a freaking mess everywhere because you idiots continuously insist that I'm some kind of a cripple. Look, I said that as an example, all right? I mean, do you understand this? Jesus Christ. Let's continue on. 516-453-9903. We are partaking in radio graffiti where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. Go ahead and call me and say whatever it is that you want to say, baby. Even if it's something I don't like, obviously. 575 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's going on? Happy Taco Tuesday. You know who this is. Trump 2016, Ghost. Trump 2016. Woo!
Hey, that's a Teutonic Plague. What's going on? That's right. It's a Taco Tuesday. How about Godzilla 3709 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, try to make him get out.
You stupid morons. Why don't you get it straight? Sounds like 4 or 5 idiots circle jerking around a microphone over there. 954 Radio Graffiti.
You have offended me and the transgender community. You don't feel the pain.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, let's take a Skype caller. Jim Boyle 82 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, stop the van, Johnny. Big Jack's onto us.
Shut up with the Big Jack crap already. God damn it. 267 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
Yeah, you're taking too long. 610 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, the stupid Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. Let's take another Skype caller since everybody's being a Helen Keller deaf mute here. How about Tom Rushmore Radio Graffiti? I mean, why are you calling if you're going to be a Helen Keller deaf mute, dickhead? 862 Radio Graffiti.
It's okay to be gay. Let's rejoice with the boys in the Ghost way.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 510 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I got a bottle of Johnny Walker Red Label here I bought 4 years ago when you left the show. I'm going to check it right now.
You going to chug it right now? Let's hear it.
Thanks. Great to have you back.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, try to upgrade to that black label. Black label ain't too bad. Green label ain't too bad. And gold label sure as hell ain't too bad. All right, for you folks that can't, go and afford the Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. How about 646 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, huge fan of your show. I got to actually ask Trump a question when I went to his rally, and this is what he actually told me. I asked him about capitalism and stuff, and this is what he said.
Sucks, Templeton.
Shut up, you stupid bastard. Ann and the Wizard, Radio Graffiti.
Honey, you ready to head out to vote?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Did you remember to prep the bull?
No, I completely forgot.
Don't worry, already done.
Bernie Sanders?
Hi, folks. Bernie Sanders here. It's almost voting season again, and I'm here to tell you about a brand new way to show your American pride. Prep the bulls.
So the first step is making sure the bull is full of its rich, dark, multicultural semen. Right, Mr. Sanders?
That's right, Peter.
The next step is where I come in. Right, Mr. Sanders?
That's right, Vivian. This is where you allow the bull to mount you, to fill you with its rich, rich diversity. You see, America's got a problem. A white problem. White privilege holds down the minorities who suffer under institutionalized racism. The only way to end this tyranny is by eradicating the white problem once and for all. Remember, folks, if the child comes out white, you didn't do something right.
Oh, Jesus, get that crap out. Are you kidding me? That's just disgustingly horrible, for Christ's sake, man. But unfortunately, that is factually true. I hate to say it. 712 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Big Jack, how about you meet me at the Wendy's bathroom and suck the farts from my
Shut up! 831 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost Kermit the Frog here. So since you think people who go work out of the gym are gay, does that confirm you being a ham bone?
No, it doesn't confirm me being a ham bone. It confirms me being a big, bad son of a bitch that'll stomp your stupid, dumb, freaking frog teeth down your throat that you'll be able to chew your own froggy ass, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm telling you, I'm sick of Kermit the Frog, all right? If I see Kermit the Frog on the street, I'm kicking his ass, all right? No questions asked. I'm kicking Kermit the Frog's ass. Anyway, who else do we got here, folks? This is a decent Radio Graffiti. It's getting a little better here. Let's take some more callers here. Once again, 516-453-9903 is the number to call. Jimmy Kudos, Radio Graffiti.
Today, we have in our stock our very own shocking Templeton-flavored dog food. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want something with a little bit of electricity instead, this dog food is for you. This formula made from Ghost's dog, Templeton, and some chewed-up wires makes your dog have the sudden urge to completely kill itself by chewing up your wires to any electronics in your house. Your dogs will be shocked when they try this new electrifying treat. So order now at 516-453-9903.
Jesus Christ, shut up! Just shut up! Leave Templeton alone! All right? Leave my dog alone, man. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you hearing this crap? I mean, leave my dog alone. That's all I got to say about that, all right? Leave my dog alone. 678 Radio Graffiti.
So instead of blacks having Stockholm Syndrome for the Democratic Party, is it Stockholmy Syndrome?
No, that's pretty wrong, but that was kind of funny. That's wrong. 469 Radio Graffiti.
What is the maximum gauge factor purely due to geometrical change without any piezo-resistive effect?
I'm not answering your freaking college homework, jerk dick. 616 Radio Graffiti.
I'm voting for Trump so we can finally get these basketball Americans out of our country.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How about Dick Breath, Radio Graffiti?
I'm a black star. I'm a black star. I'm not a falling star.
Oh, man, come on. Are you kidding me? You're mixing me with David Bowie, for Christ's sake? Look, let's stop these remixes, all right? I mean, I'm serious. I got a little tired of these remixes last time, all right? I'm serious. 601 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I live in Mississippi, and I just want to let you know that ever since Katrina, the demographics here has really changed. A lot of the people...
Well, I mean, I hope so, but, the statistics don't show it, man. All right? I mean, Mississippi's the welfare queen of America. 417 Radio Graffiti.
Yes, did you know more GOP lawmakers solicit sex in bathrooms than transsexuals? Good proven. Makes you think.
Yeah, real funny. 908 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I need you to spit on the faces of the bureaucrats. Specifically.
Well, you're damn right. I'm doing it, and I'm doing it well, baby. Who else we got? 224 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I work at a grocery store, and it's kind of an upscale grocery store, but every once in a while we get some EBT users that come in, right? So they come in, and what do they buy? They buy the essentials. They get their cereal, their bread, their fucking tortillas, whatever they want. But on our screen, our register screen, it tells us how much money they have left on their EBT. So this one woman came in, Ghost, I shit you not, she had 5 kids, all screaming and crying. She was a white lady, and they were all black, no surprise here. She had, I think it said $988 left on her EBT, and she spent about $250. But here's the kicker. She comes in. She brings a fuck ton of coupons. Now, we have a coupon policy, but when you bitch and moan enough and say, oh, but I got to feed my kids, I got to get this for free because that's what it says. The manager...
Yeah, I told you. I don't mean to cut you off if we don't have much time, but I told you. This is the new my kids generation, baby. I told you, my kids. I told you were going to start hearing that from now on, didn't you? Huh? My kids, baby. All right, let's take some Skype callers. Who else do we have here? How about Alex456 Poe? No, Alex, no. All right, and we're not starting that song again. Jesus Christ. Who else we got? We got Metroid Junkie, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the guy who made the Doom mod. I actually stopped working on that because now I'm learning how to use the Unity engine, and I'm making a game called The True Capitalist Chaos, Freedom vs. Fruit Bowl. Let me know what you think of it. Happy Taco Tuesday, and this is for the engineer.
Hey, thanks a lot, Metroid. How about Cave Johnson, Radio Graffiti?
Out in a wheelchair! Go slurp.
God damn it! That's it! Get off! Get this stupid dump grip! Damn it! No! You piece of crap! God damn it, you cyber vermin, you troll terrorist! I'm sick of it! I'm sick of the remixes! I'm sick of the splices! I'm sick of the crap! That's it. I am done. Stick a fork in me. I am done. That's it. It's over. The show is over. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. That's it. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done with this crap. I'm not a cripple, and I want to reiterate that again. Ah, Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I am out of here. Same place, same time tomorrow. Bookmark blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's the official True Capitalist Radio website. And follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. Until next time, folks, thank you for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism. I'm out of here. Woo!
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Today, Bridget Griffin shared a video of her daily yoga routine, 2 self-help articles, and her new blog called Build Your Inner Bridge with Bridge. Girl, your sharing has turned into oversharing. No worries, Bridge. Geico has some info worth sharing with your 7 blog followers, like how you could save money on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim just by visiting geico.com. How's that for building your inner bridge? Bridge? Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.